Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amrutam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. May the divine lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. Om. Peace, peace, peace.
Dive deep, O mind, in the ocean of beauty, where there is treasure of invaluable gems of love. Search in the heart, where there is Vrindavan garden, the playground of divine beings, where the light of wisdom always shines. Who is the one driving on this earth? Poet Kabir says, always remember Guru's holy feet. Dive deep, O mind, dive deep. This is a Bengali folk song known as Baul. Sri Ramakrishna used to sing this and has been mentioned many times in Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. ডুব 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 রূপ সাগরে আমার মন ডুব 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 রূপ সাগরে আমার মন তলাতল পাতাল খুঁজলে তলাতল পাতাল খুঁজলে পাবি রে প্রেম রত্নধন পাবি রে প্রেম রত্নধন ডুব 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 রূপ সাগরে আমার মন ডুব 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 রূপ সাগরে আমার মন খোঁজ খোঁজ খুঁজলে পাবে হৃদয় মাঝে বৃন্দাবন খোঁজ 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 খুঁজলে পাবে হৃদয় মাঝে বৃন্দাবন দেব 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 জ্ঞানের বাতি দেব 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 জ্ঞানের বাতি হৃদে জ্বলবে অনুক্ষণ হৃদে জ্বলবে অনুক্ষণ ডুব 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 রূপ সাগরে আমার মন ডুব 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 রূপ সাগরে আমার মন ড্যাং 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 ডাঙায় ঢেঙে চালায় আবার সে কুঞ্জন ড্যাং 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 ডাঙায় দিলে চালায় আবার সে কুঞ্জন কুবির বলে শোন 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 কুবির বলে শোন 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 ভাব গুরুর শ্রীচরণ ভাব গুরুর শ্রীচরণ ডুব 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 রূপ সাগরে আমার মন ডুব 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 রূপ সাগরে আমার মন তলাতল পাতাল খুঁজলে তলাতল পাতাল খুঁজলে পাবি রে প্রেম রত্নধন পাবি রে প্রেম রত্নধন ডুব 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 রূপ সাগরে আমার মন ডুব 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 রূপ সাগরে আমার মন ডুব 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 রূপ সাগরে আমার মন
I'm reading from the book Talks with Swami Vivekananda. These are conversations between Sharat Chandra Chakrabarti and Swami Vivekananda. Sharat Chandra Chakrabarti was a disciple of Swami Vivekananda, and this is the famous book Swami Shishya Sambad. Disciple, if we are really of the essence of the Supreme Brahman, then why do we not exert ourselves to gain that bliss? Why do we again and again run into the jaws of death, being decoyed by this worthless snare of lust and wealth? Swamiji, you speak as if man does not desire to have that bliss. Ponder over it, and you will see that whatever anyone is doing, he is doing in the hope of gaining that supreme bliss. Only not everyone is conscious of it, and so cannot understand it. That supreme bliss fully exists in all, from Brahma down to the blade of grass. You are also that undivided Brahman. This very moment you can realize, if you think yourself truly and absolutely to be so. It is all mere want of direct perception. That you have taken service and worked so hard for the sake of your wife also shows that the aim is ultimately to attain to that supreme bliss of Brahman. Being again and again entangled in the intricate maze of delusion and hard hit by sorrows and afflictions, the eye will turn of itself to one's own real nature, the inner self. It is owing to the presence of this desire for bliss in the heart that man, getting hard shocks one after the other, turns his eye inwards to his own self. A time is sure to come to everyone without exception, when he will do so, to one it may be in this life, to another after thousands of incarnations. Disciple, it depends upon the blessings of the Guru and the grace of the Lord. Swamiji, the wind of grace of the Lord is blowing on forever and ever. Do you spread yourself? Whenever you do anything, do it with your whole heart concentrated on it. Think day and night, I am of the essence of that supreme existence, knowledge, bliss. What fear and anxiety have I? This body, mind, and intellect are all transient, and that which is beyond these is myself. Disciple, thoughts like this come only for a while now and then, but quickly vanish, and I think all sorts of trash and nonsense. Swamiji, it happens like that in the initial stage, but gradually it is overcome. But from the beginning, intensity of desire in the mind is needed. Think always, I am pure, I am ever pure, ever knowing, and ever free. How can I do anything evil? Can I ever be fooled by ordinary men with insignificant charms of lust and wealth? Strengthen the mind with such thoughts. This will surely bring real good. Disciple, once in a while strength of mind comes, but then again I think that if I would appear as the deputy magistrateship examination, wealth and name and fame would come, and I should live well and happy. Swamiji, whenever such thoughts come in the mind, discriminate within yourself between the real and the unreal. Have you not read the Vedanta? Even when you sleep, keep the sword of discrimination at the head of your bed, so that covetousness cannot approach you even in dream. Practicing such strength, renunciation will gradually come, and then you will see the portals of heaven are wide open to you. Here is ready.
Now, a period of meditation. Good morning, friends. Today's topic for Sunday service is inner strength. Strength can be, we all have strength. Without strength, there will be no life. And strength can be categorized as two types. One is physical strength or outer strength, and the next one is the inner strength or the mental strength. The physical external strength is the strength of the body that makes us live, move, survive. All bodily functions done by the strength. Without that, we cannot live. If there is no energy coming out, we are weak, then we don't survive. Similarly, there is the inner strength or the strength of the mind. If that is not there, then also our existence as the human being will be in peril. Swami Vivekananda digs the mines of the Upanishads and brings forth a gem, which is a message. Without strength, you cannot achieve anything, neither the success in the world, nor the achievement in the spiritual life. And he explains the word, Nayam Atma Balahinena Labhyaha. That means this Atman cannot be achieved by a weak person. Explaining the theme of this very Vedantic message, he says, strength is life and weakness is death. So if we are not strong enough, we are dead. And if we are not strong enough mentally, we are as good as dead. Physical strength gives us all the life energy. We get that from the food, from the air, and we break those energy in the food and utilize that in our blood circulation, in the functioning of the brain, action of the muscles, movement of nerves, nerve currents. All that happens by the physical strength. And without that, we cannot function. And that physical strength is not something that to be ignored. It is very important to achieve the inner strength, and finally the inner strength to achieve the goal of human life, that is the spiritual realization. That's why in the scriptures it is said, Shariram Adyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. All you want to achieve in life, something you want to do, righteous thing while living, and a spiritual practice to attain that your true self is beyond this world. All that is based on your physical external energy. So this shariram, when sharira or body functions properly, then only you can expect to achieve anything. That's why it said, Shariram Adyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. All dharma, all that you need to do through your body, for yourself, for society, your external work, your decent life, everything, body needs to be in perfect condition. Body is the medium by which dharma can be achieved. Dharma is that impels us to the right thinking and right action. That is what is dharma. And right action in the world is to live for others. Right action for yourself is to grow spiritually and get illumined spiritually. Body can be kept strong by practicing moderation. By practicing moderation in life. In the Gita it is said, Yukta hara viharasya yukta chestasya karmasu yukta swapna vabodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. And that moderate life of eating, drinking, sleeping, recreation, work, physical activity, exercise, all that together makes you a life of a yogi. And when we have that sort of life in moderation, we are not overexcited, you don't overdo anything, you don't overeat, you don't overdrink, you don't oversleep, you don't keep awake, that all you do in moderation, and then you become perfect to practice yoga. And what happens when we practice the yoga, we become a yogi? Gita says, yogo bhavati dukkha. All your suffering in life will be removed by practicing yoga. Yoga has that power to keep you happy, peaceful, joyful. That make you living by practice of, and that when you have moderation in your activities, you have already attained self-control, and you are doing the thing that needs to be done. With the self-control and your goal fixed on your spiritual awakening, you start doing the right thing in the right direction. You practice the yoga, and when you really have control over all these actions and thoughts, then you become a yogi. And when you become a yogi, all your suffering from life is gone. Our suffering in life is because of our dependence. And dependence, we feel ourselves weak, and we depend on everything that this world can give. We do not depend on God, we depend on this world. And when this world, we have become dependent, we are dependent on something that is not secure, that is not permanent, that is ever changing. And this changing world cannot give us secure life, cannot give us permanence. And then we become insecure, we become afraid, and we start suffering. So that is the reason of our suffering. We become dependent on something undependable. The world is undependable, and we start depending on this world. And that creates all suffering, misery. They all bring in turn, because on which then we become something slave of this changing world. But most important is inner strength. Outer strength or physical strength can give that. Without inner strength, we become slave. Slave to others' opinions, slave to nature, slave to our emotional reactions. All this comes because when we become weak. Physically weak, you depend on anything, whatever anyone says. Mentally weak, you become slave to your emotional reactions. Oh, that person said this, oh, I'm gone. What will happen, what that person will mind. All you think about other person's opinion about yourself. Somebody says something and you overreact on that, and you lose your sleep, you lose your peace because someone said something to you. Overreacting emotions because of the weakness, mental weakness, inner weakness. Swami Vivekananda says, what makes you weep, my friend? In you is all strength. Summon up your true nature of the self. The self alone predominates, not the inert nature. And he writes in a beautiful line, which is often sung also, Kim nama roditi sakhe, oh friend, why do you weep? Tvai sarva shakti, you are all powerful. Atmaivahi prabhavate, Atman alone predominates, Atman alone abides, Atman alone rules, na jada kadachit, not this inert nature. And inert nature includes our bodies, the whole world, all people, all that is the inert nature. They are not strong enough to control you. You, your true self, is the real controller. Remember this, and you will always feel strong. So inner strength is that thing that we need to progress in our spiritual life and to have happy life while living. But how to grow inner strength? We often are so weak and emotionally so vulnerable to the things of the opinion of others, or the little change in environment, little adversity in our programs that doesn't happen. We start shaking if we are weak. When we are strong, nothing matters. Nothing matters. Those who are weak go to the airport, something, flight cancel. Oh, flight cancel, how will you go there? There are the waiting people. But it is not in your hand. The strong people said it was not in hand. Call them and said, my flight is cancelled. Then they will understand what to do. But like that, you cancel, you cannot go this time. So strong people don't bother and don't worry by the changes in situation. Weak people worry for everything that will trouble them. Strong people can handle the situation. Those strong people have the inner strength of their mind. So how to grow inner strength so we can assert our real nature and we can have control on our mind and guide the flow of our mind and direction of our life ourselves, not depending on this world. We make our life, we are the control of our own life. What is needed is right attitude and positive thinking. Always about ourselves. Often there are two types of thinking goes on, positive and negative, they say in life. So always looking towards the brighter side of life, always towards good side of life. I often give the example of that Archie and Peanut, that one, Snoopy and Peanut. And Snoopy was sitting there, and somehow Peanut was sitting on a lake, and he heard that all people die. And he says to Snoopy, oh, one day we are going to die. Negative attitude. Then the Snoopy, his dog, says, but until we die, we are alive, we are living. That is positive attitude. Always there is something to rely upon, positive thing. So we are alive now. One day when death comes, let that come then. They say that when we are afraid of death all the moment, that's why they say cowards die every moment. They are always dying every moment. Oh, I will die today. Oh, this roof may fall. Oh, there might be accident. Always dying. The brave die only once in their life, and the death comes. When death comes, ready to go, death will come to everyone. Why should you be worried for something that is inevitable, that will come one day, and that comes on when it is right time is there. Nobody dies before the right time for death is there. And they say it is all written in our karma that when we are going to die. That is what is called prarabdha karma, already predetermined. So for the thing that is predetermined, why to afraid of death? There are many things in life that is already done. So no concern and no fear of death. When it is to come, it will come. So like that, have the right attitude in life and positive thinking in life. Be positive in all the attitudes of life. Everything, whatever happens. You are sick today, and when you are sick, oh, now I'm gone, perhaps I will die, what will happen? Little pain in your leg, and so perhaps I will be wheelchair bound. Don't think that. Think it will be cured one day. It will be all right. I will be again walking. I will be again cured of this whatever disease has come to me. That is the positive attitude. So many people get cured. So why you put yourself in the group that are not cured, that is incurable? Put in the group that is cured. When people go to hospital, majority of people come back cured and get well and come. Few do not come. So put in that group. That comes back. That becomes all right. So that is the positive thinking for the thought. And the right attitude about your life. How we can have other thing? Firm faith in the self as the invincible source of inner strength. Our self has all the strength. That is our true nature. We totally forget that. Even scriptures say, even the Acharya, the great teachers say again and again, great prophets say, you can do anything. You have all the power. Your true nature is Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swabhava. You are eternally pure. No impurity can touch your true self. Your mind can become impure, your body can become pure, but your true self is eternally pure. It is eternally free. It is all free. It is eternally awakened Buddha. That is our nature, eternally pure, awakened, and free. We are not bound at all. Nothing can bind us. So assert that nature of our true nature of strength. When we remember our true nature, how the weakness will come. All will go away. Death will go away. Disease will go away. Nothing disease to me, no death to me. I am the immortal, ever free, ever pure self. That is how faith in our true nature that has been spoken by all the Shastras, say Gita, say Bible, say any Jenda Vesta, all religions will try to say, you are a child of God, you have the quality of all divinity, you don't die with the death of the body, all this world is temporary thing. After living here for some years, you are to go, you have just come here as a traveler. So like that is said, but we tend to forget that and we become weak. For small changes coming, for old days coming, we become weak. That is the very inevitable thing. Why should we become weak? Because old days comes. And our Shastras, the Vedanta says, you never become old. You are same youthful. When you are born, you are youthful, and when you die, you are same youthful, no change in your age, because you are immortal, unchanging, that being your Atma, Nitya, eternally pure, awakened, and free you are, unchanging, unaging, undying self you are. What you think yourself to be body is totally wrongly done. So, negate the idea that I am body and assert I am the Atman. That will give you inner strength. Always at the time of whenever mind shakes, then instead of thinking of all situations that are trying to put you down, think that you are beyond all situations and you get that strength. This knowledge of ourself also gives us self-dignity. We should live as the human being. Dignity can be of many ways. Dignity, self-dignity is not the pride that I am so rich, I am so learned, nothing like that, I am educated. Self-dignity is the dignity as a human being. Dignity, self-dignity makes us feel we are equal with all. I am not superior, and also I am not inferior. I am that Atman which I see everywhere as different beings and different things, as this universe. That equating myself with this universe and its living beings is the self-dignity. I am equal to all. That type of dignity. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, Manahus to Manus. In Bengali, the man is called Manus. And Mana is the self-respect. And when you are aware of self-respect as a human being, that will not only give you strength, it will also protect you from doing something that is less than a work of a human being, something low, something greedy, something selfish, something you just want to get something that should not be done as a human being. So, manhus, when you are aware that I am a human being, you want to keep your dignity as a human being, which will protect you from stooping to a lowly level, to animal level. So you remain dignified as a human being. That gives you inner strength. I am a human being. I cannot do this work. To get the inner strength, you have to have self-reliance, self-dependence. So that is also one way we can increase our inner strength, depending on ourselves. Things come, we often think that we are dependent. What will happen if I am alone? Oh, how will I pass my life if I am alone? So that also is the idea of weakness of the mind. We have come alone and we have to go alone. In this life, we have people around us, but we are independent. When we have self-reliance, we are dependent on ourselves, and we are able to help others so that others also have self-reliance. Then strength comes in us. Yes, I can do this. You see how mothers, they raise their children, they leave themselves independently and they know how to raise their children. And that is what the self-reliance can help others to be self-reliant. Then they always teach other children to be self-reliant. There was a queen called Madalasa. In our scriptures it says Madalasa. So when she was a knower of God, knower of Brahman, when her children were born to her, from very cradle she used to say, Tvamasi Niranjana, you are the self, you are the Atman. She used to teach to all the children, child is born, baby born, and her teaching was, you are Atman. Once Atman nature is invoked in the children, they start understanding they are that source of that power and inner strength, then they will never fall prey to the weakness of the world. And then she used to say they grow, and with that, full of that teaching, they would become free and they would have no connection with the world. They were never bound to the world. Like that, she went on doing one after another to other children because she was herself self-reliant and she knew the truth of the reality of the self, and she could impart that to her children. So like that, we mothers there are there who are self-reliant, who know that they have the strength to rely upon themselves. There have been so many cases I have seen in my own life, that how there were the married life is broken and then wife has to go from Canada, she has to move to India. But as she has the power of self-reliance, she's leading a wonderful life, taking care of her son, raising the son going to university studies, she's earning little money, and with all that, she's wonderfully working. But that has to be done with the dependence on God and taking the situations that come in the world as something that may happen to anything. And that is as if the opportunity that has come to her. Not always lamenting, oh, I have been deprived of that, always crying, oh, why it happened to me. Not that way. It was an opportunity to show your inner strength that you can work the work of father and mother in one. Often one of the spouse dies, then what happens? I have seen here one person, young husband died at 42, and the wife was not working. That wife, and she had 2 children to take care, and that wife studied, took a nursing, learned, got degree, got a job, and her children are growing wonderfully on that self-reliance of that woman, the power, strength, inner strength of that woman made her work hard. She studied so voluminous book on nursing and did that, and now she's wonderfully living a life alone. Situations brought that. Why crying? Why me? Why me? There will be sadness would come for the moment, but one should have gained that inner strength to conquer all the weaknesses and raise yourself to the level that you can become support to others. Not only self-reliant, but support to others, support to their own children. For everyone, in every situation, so many things happen. And Swami Vivekananda, in work we often fail, but failures, as they say, are the stepping stones of success. So once failed means, oh, I cannot do that, I am weak, I am not fit for these. Often people saying that that is not right attitude, that, oh, I am not the householder. How can I do 1,000 japan every day? Or how can I make everyone as my own? Only Holy Mother could think everybody our own. I have so many people, that people treats me so bad. How can I think he is like my own? So that is like saying that you cannot do. Don't say that I cannot do. Failures come in life. Holy Mother also said that she felt that everyone is her child. She said that if anyone is there whom I do not feel as my child, it is very unfortunate for him or her. But there is no one like that, she says. And she says this all came by practice, not finding fault with others, not judging any others. She says, I used to judge. I used to find defects. I prayed and worked on it, and hard work on it, and a very sincere prayer, and she overcame. She was divine, no doubt. But by her saying that, she inspires us. We also can do that. We have the power to feel the whole world as our own. So Swami, they say that Edison tried to make this incandescent lamp, and she tried to make it, and it was very difficult to have this thing. He had that idea that something will put the electricity, and it will have resistance, and it will then become hot, and then glow and emit light. And they say he failed many times, 1,000 times, they say, but he didn't give up. Finally, there we have the bulbs. The incandescent lamps are there. So like that, Swami Vivekananda says, never mind failures. They are quite natural. They are the beauty of life. These failures, what will be life without them? I never heard a cow tell a lie, but it is only a cow. Never mind these failures. these little backslidings. Hold on to the ideal 1,000 times. And if you fail 1,000 times, make the attempt once more. Never give up. That is what is about the failing in our endeavor. Often we try to do things and it doesn't come up. Oh, I am not fit for that. Don't say that. You are fit for anything. Do not underestimate yourself. We are given so much power. The God himself is residing within us. God says, I reside within you as your own self. So when God is residing within us, we have tremendous power, tremendous energy, tremendous intelligence. All is there given to us. Don't underestimate yourself. Don't say, I am not fit to perform this. I cannot perhaps take this responsibility. Oh, I am made this. I am a man. I am a woman. Like that. Don't say that. You are made in the image of God. And God has provided you everything with every power. His own power has been given. Tat srishtva tadeva nupravishata, says Vedanta. That God created and then he entered himself into the creation. So God himself has entered into us. He is residing as ourselves. So underestimating ourselves that, oh, I am weak, is not the right thing. It is denying the nature of God. It is total disbelief in God and his power that he has given to us. We can do when situations can happen. Do not shirk from responsibility and challenges. Sometimes it comes in the office. Can you do this much work? Can you do this extra work? Oh, I'm doing so much. I've seen people doing extra work after extra work. They sometimes come to me and say, Swami, so much of work they are all putting on my shoulder. And they say that strong shoulders can bear and more weight is put on them. But that doesn't make anything bad. They have the glory in the office. They have the satisfaction of working. Sometimes tiredness will come, but this body is made to work and get tired. Swami Vivekananda says, it is better to wear out than to rust out. After all, this body will one day die. So body, mind, all that. And God will not give us something that we cannot perform, we cannot do. So you can only maybe that you do not have your extra time to watch your TV. But what is that? Watching TV only doesn't give you all recreation and all that. There is joy in work. Only work has to be done with right attitude of service and worship of God. When we think the work is worship of God, so then that will not make you tired. So that is how it is. Don't shirk from responsibility and challenges in life. Accept the challenges. When you do that, then the power will come, the energy will come. God is there to provide you. You just have to that moment say, yes, by God's grace I can do. God is on my side. And always when you have work and all that, to get the inner strength invigorated, pray to God. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasya 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 Namo Nama. I bow down to that Divine Mother who is present in every being as the energy, as the strength, as the power. That strength in every being is divine itself. So I bow down to that strength that is present in every being, including myself. The energy that I find, the ability that I find is not my ability, my energy. It is a divine energy that is working through this body and mind. So it is wrong to say even my body and mind. So when God is connected with our work through prayer, we get that strength and blessing comes. That in the Vedas it is said, Viryamasi Viryam Mahidhehi. O Lord, you are the repository and mine of strength. Give me strength. I am your child. Make me do this thing. When we pray, immediately that feeling of connection with God comes and strength comes to perform the action. Prayer is a great way to grow the inner strength of our mind. Swami Vivekananda said, do not be afraid by the sounds of heaven or by the barking of puppies. So there are many times, sometimes happen, we take something, it doesn't succeed, it doesn't happen, as if God doesn't want something, there is the lightning sound, we are afraid of that. Don't be afraid of the sounds of lightning of heaven, or even by the bark of puppies. Puppies often create more problem. This world, Oh, you are not right, oh, you cannot succeed. Oh, that I knew that it is not possible for you. I know your nature, you cannot do. How know your nature more than myself? I know myself better, I can do, but we often listen to the puppies, bark of the puppies, and then we fail in our life. The story of a frog climbing a pole. There were many frogs, small frogs were climbing the pole, and it was literally slippery pole, and frogs were very just young frogs, and there was many were looking around, big mature frogs were looking, and the frog started climbing. All those who were watching, they started saying, oh, it's so tall and slippery. No, they cannot climb to the top. They cannot climb. One by one, all fell down. There was one, it was still going up. And finally, they all say, how it is going? He cannot make it up to the top. It is too high. And finally, it reached there. When it came down, all old frogs, they came around and said, boy, how did you climb? It was so difficult. How did you do? He was not responding. He was deaf. He could not hear to the bark of the puppy that you cannot do. People often drag us down by their comments and opinions that you cannot do, and we take it seriously. Yes, they know better me. So that's how we fall down. Don't be deflected by the opinions of others. Do not be afraid by the barking of puppies. They just say, world says that way. Have the willpower and the strength to work out your own desires to fulfill in the world. Difficulties in the world come and go. Be brave to face the passing difficulties. Holy Mother says, don't be afraid with difficulties in the world. They come and go, like the water passing under the bridge. You see in the bridge, water comes, water goes away. Like the difficulties also go. Aisa din nahi rahega. The days will not be like this. Not the good days, not the bad days. They also go away. Then how this strength will come when difficulties come? Remain devoted to the omnipotent nature of your Atman. That Atman is all powerful and all difficulties will go. Or say, God is on my side. I am Holy Mother's child. I can conquer this difficulty. So when you start thinking yourself is strong and powerful, nothing can put you down. The story of bull and mosquitoes that Swami Vivekananda says. One mosquito was sitting on the horn of a bull, and after few minutes that conscience pricked it and says, oh, I have been sitting on its horn, giving him trouble. Then he says to bull, oh, Mr. Bull, I'm so sorry. I sat on your horn for so long, and you had to bear my weight. I gave you trouble. Then bull says, what, you gave me trouble? You go and bring your whole family and sit my horn as long as you like. It doesn't matter to me. What a mosquito will make a weight to a bull? Like that is difficulties in our life. When we rise to the situation and assert our nature, our strength, then all difficulties seem less, and they just pass away. When you see the difficulties from the lower plane taking yourself weak and see difficulties that are coming, and then it becomes fearful. Raise yourself to your own nature. Strong willpower gets God's grace. When we have strength of willpower, and then God also provides us the strength and the grace that you remain there and you can conquer that. Weak minds cannot then say God's grace is partial. No, it's not partial. The weak minds are not able to harness the God's grace. It is always there. Strong persons, strong-minded person, they harness the God's grace because they can connect with the grace of God, and they know God's grace is coming. They can utilize the grace of God. Sri Ramakrishna gives the example of the boat with sail crossing the river. So boat crosses, you unfurl the sail and boat crosses the river. But this unfurling the sail is the strength of the mind. You catch the wind. If you don't unfurl the sail, that is weak mind. You don't catch the wind then. Wind is always there. So that is what the story is. And also is needed infinite patience and perseverance. Yes, I will have to achieve this. In our spiritual life, in the worldly life, whatever you see, it has to be great perseverance that I will achieve this. So, like Buddha said, I will have to achieve this, the bodhi. Without that, I am not going to give up. So that is the perseverance that Buddha had. Firm determination. I can do. By the power of God, I can do. I have been born as a human being, and God has given me infinite strength and great intelligence of a human brain. I can achieve this thing. Spiritual illumination or worldly success, anything, that perseverance is needed. That makes your inner strength roused. Don't be disturbed by others' comments about you. Swami Kripamayananda used to say, when somebody gives you some comment, oh, that is not the right thing, you are wrong in that. So don't right away cancel that, think that whether the person's comment is right or wrong. Just think on, don't truly believe that. Just think whether that person's comment is right or wrong. If that person's comment you feel is right by your thinking, then don't repeat that thing or try to change that. If you feel that just person said without any understanding, then ignore that. Don't be controlled by that thought. So that's what Premananda said. Keep your commitment. That is another thing that gives us strength, our strength. If you say something, or if you decide something, or if you promise something, try to keep your commitment, whether in spiritual practice or in worldly meeting. Meeting someone, I will go and reach you there, meet you there that time. Keep your commitment. Don't be late. Or if you say, I will get up in the morning at 6 and start doing prayer, keep your commitment. By keeping your commitment, your inner strength will increase, and that will become a habit with you. You say and you do. And whatever you say, that becomes your habit. That's why the strength comes to try to keep your commitment. Once we had gone to one ashram, and for breakfast we were a little late, and they were waiting. The Swami and others were waiting. Swami said one very nice thing. You see, you kept us waiting 10 minutes, and you were doing something, I understand. But because you didn't try to come, if you had tried perfectly, you would have come in time. You didn't try to come is sort of disrespect to the Swami here and to the devotees that are waiting. It is not just you're coming late, because we are all waiting for you, or our program is disturbed because of you. So you're not coming in time, not keeping the commitment, not following the rules of the place is like disrespect for the person. And ultimately, it is disrespect to our commitment or weakness. It increases our weakness. So keep time, that's what he said. Don't pay heed to fortune tellers or fate proclaimers. Often something wrong goes in our life. He says, in my fate it is said that my fate is going bad. Or the person says, oh, you're this, in Indian culture there's a lot of this planet things are there. This planet is going bad, this Saturn is not working for you, and this Mars is not very favorable, and try to wear this or that. Don't depend so much on those. Maybe they are right for something. So for Swami Vivekananda also says, the fortune tellers have effect on the weak-minded person, but not on the strong-minded. Good time and bad time come in life, that is true. Sometimes good time and bad time come in life for everyone. But bad time goes away. And those who depend on God, so why should they depend on some planet? God is the ruler of even the planet. So our thing is helped by God, not by the intermediary, some planet, even if that is true. So depend on God and not on fortune tellers. You are the maker of your destiny. Have so much confidence that I can do this thing, I can achieve this. This confidence, self-confidence upon yourself. Raise yourself to your size. Don't belittle yourself. We are so great as the Atman, we are supreme being. We are all powerful, omnipotent, omniscient we are. But we belittle ourselves to the level of this body and mind, make us insignificant speck in this universe, whereas we are the universe and we are beyond universe. We are that unlimited reality, existence, absolute we are. And we make ourselves little. So try to raise yourself to your own level of infinity, and then you gain so much power within yourself. all powers in the universe are already yours, says Swami Vivekananda. So we don't have to gain anything. We are already that, and we have to be aware of our true nature and assert our nature of the Atman, of eternally free, awakened, and eternally knowing, Nitya Shuddha, pure. That nature you assert in everything you do, and think about yourself about that, and that will give you inner strength to remain as a dignified human being or natural realized person. That dignity of yourself will come from the inner strength roused by asserting your true nature. Thank you.
On behalf of the Vedanta Society of Toronto, thank you for attending today's Sunday service. Now for some announcements of our upcoming programs. The next scripture class will be on October 10th at 7:30 p.m. The topic is the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. On Saturday, October 11th, there is a vigil from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. The next Sunday lecture will be at 11 a.m. on October 12th. The topic is the way to divine, straight and simple. Kali Puja will be celebrated on October 20th, which is a Monday, at 6:30 p.m. You're all invited to attend these programs with family and friends. Following the closing chants, please join us upstairs for prasad. Thank you.
Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Ji Ki Jai. Jai Mahamai Ki Jai. Jai Swami Ji Maharaj Ji Ki Jai. Jai Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Buddha Ki Jai. Jai Isha Musha ki Jai. Sarvastaratu Durgani Sarvo Bhadrani Pashyatu Sarvasad Buddhimapnotu Sarvatra Nandatu. Hari Om Tat Sat. May all be freed from dangers. May all realize what is good. May all be actuated by noble thoughts. May all rejoice everywhere. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto us all.